Hello and welcome to yet another Jurassic World Evolution video. I actually recorded this, not the commentary right here, this is obviously way in post. I recorded all this either early in September or late August, I can't even remember. But essentially I was like, that Royal Rumble video I did, it was like, well, I kind of created foods of sorts in that, really, didn't I? It's like, okay, so Majungasaurus has beef with Ceratosaurus for Ceratosaurus being in the Rumble but not Majungasaurus or any of the other medium-sized carnivores. I mean, Allosaurus was in there, but whatever. So I was just like, okay, that's a match right there, man. I thought, like, let's make this full-on freaking WWE kind of wrestling kind of thing. And I was like, okay, well, what comes after the Royal Rumble usually? I don't know. Nowadays it would be kind of... I honestly don't know. It's kind of... Is it Fastlane or something like that, right? But that's not what I went for. I'm going with the ones, pay-per-views I remember when I used to watch wrestling over a decade ago. So, it goes like Royal Rumble and No Way Out. And I'm gonna call it No Dino Out. Unoriginal, but it fits the theme. So it's the pay-per-view leading into Dino Mania. If I can be asked to do that one at some point, I don't know. Essentially, this is like a kind of parody of a pay-per-view WWE style kind of thing. It's got 4 matches, and all but one of them are all linked to rivalries that were started in the Royal Rumble match. We've got like, well, let's see what I mean. Let's get on with it, because this is going to be a bit lengthy, even though it's only 4 matches. It's like, yeah. So let's start the first match in 3, 2, 1, 0. Welcome to Isla Pena live. As you can see, I'd, went on challenge modes, on easy modes. And I literally had to like make room in the middle of the bottom side there to make a ring there. I liked how I could use the I don't know what it's called, I forget, but you get the idea. It kind of looks nice, it suits it. Anyways, first match is kind of a rematch from their encounter in the Royal Rumble. We got Pentaceratops here. It's called Pentaceratops, right? Or am I thinking the wrong name?
This is a 5-horned face dinosaur, or as the eggheads call it, a Pentaceratops, a herbivore. Scientist talk again. Plant eater to the rest of us, or at least me.
Yeah, and he's a badass. He's gonna go up against, well, you can already see right there. It's kind of hard to ramble while focus on his but yeah, I made this little ring wall this year, so I had to build around it deliberately, getting all the DNA and all that. It took ages. And nowadays, after the recent patch,
Carcharodontosaurus was a fearsome predator, possessing great strength and almost as large as T-Rex. It's sure to be a much desired attraction for our guests, huh?
But can it win the match? But anyways, where was it? Are they going into fighting already? What was it? Yeah, now after the recent patch, you can play sandbox on any island. But when I record this, that wasn't there, so I had to play through challenge mode and deliberately like build my park so that I could get all the guests and all that, and also get all the DNA for the dinosaurs to battle. That one did in this, big. It looks like Carcharodontosaurus has Pentaceratops number there. He was the opposite last time. But you can't win the match just by doing that, though. You gotta do more, Carcharodontosaurus. The trouble with this game, right, is that once they battle and they get, into the red, they'll stop fighting until, they heal up a bit, which is good. I mean, you could put 2 large carnivores together that don't get along, and as long as they're 2 equally matched, they won't pretty much kill each other. But at the same time, you know, when you're doing actual battles like this, it kind of, yeah, it doesn't quite work, does it? There's a match later on that I deliberately made it so that it's like a cage match, right? And I've like given like a championship kind of thing attached to it, where it's kind of like the hardcore title or the 24/7 title as they've got now in WWE, where pretty much any dinosaur can win because it's a cage match, and the only way to win in this cage match is to break out of the enclosure. So pretty much any dinosaur has a chance of winning that. But that's later on in the pay-per-view here. Will Carcharodontosaurus take on Pentaceratops again? Oh, he just runs right past. Oh no, he's gone for the fence! This is the cage match for Carcharodontosaurus. I'm surprised it's taken Carcharodontosaurus a while to get through there. There you go. But this is a singles match, so you know, if you exit the ring, Carcharodontosaurus, you might get counted out. Referee! Well, goat referees aren't there, but I'll count for them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, that's an instant disqualification. Never mind. Not only did he clearly get counted out, but he got DQ'd for eating a paying customer. Carcharodontosaurus loses by disqualification. Pentaceratops wins.
You must protect the guests.
Yeah, that didn't go as planned, did it? You know, it kind of fits really, though. You know, WWE have done a lot of screwy finishes to matches, so it's kind of fitting in a way, really, isn't it? First match on the card ends in a DQ. But that was that, so I'm gonna try to do like what I did with the Royal Rumble, and kind of in between each section I will have like a kind of promo kind of thing from one of the dinosaurs, kind of make it so that there's like a bit more going on to it and all that. So the next match coming up will kind of fit into it, so I haven't even recorded a promo for any of these dinosaurs, but eventually we'll get to that. So an interview or something with Ceratosaurus coming up, and then the match. We will be right back after that. Ceratosaurus, what are your thoughts on the challenge from Majungasaurus? Ha! That little pipsqueak. If he thinks he has a chance, if he thinks he could be in the Royal Rumble, if he's so jealous that I got that spot because I deserved it, I'll show him why. I'll meet you in the ring, you fool. And we're back. The match that started the whole idea. Well, no, it didn't. Or maybe it did. It was one of the ideas that kind of made me go, just like, you know, I could make another kind of dinosaur pay-per-view kind of parody. And what a perfect opportunity. Ceratosaurus and Majungasaurus have some heat, you know, because Majungasaurus is pissed that Ceratosaurus got in the Rumble while Majungasaurus was on the sidelines and didn't get a chance to enter the Rumble. So they're gonna have a match right here. Ceratosaurus versus Majungasaurus, who's coming out now. Will Majungasaurus be able to back up their words?
I think they first found this dinosaur, the Majungasaurus, in Madagascar. And then they had to move it.
The Majungasaurus, not Younger, whatever. Whatever. It looks like the video's glitching a bit on the playback. I wonder if that's gonna be a problem at all with the video in general. I'd actually recorded all these using the inbuilt capture card on PS4, so it's not a capture card this time, so if there's any shitty quality, that would be just how we recorded on the inbuilt capture card on PS4. But here we go, Majungasaurus. Ceratosaurus going at it, quite evenly matched. Ceratosaurus Giganotosaurus is surprisingly a bit bigger than Majungasaurus here. Two dinosaurs separated by continents, and it looks like Majungasaurus might have Ceratosaurus' number, but the fight ain't over just yet. There can be only one winner. Ceratosaurus is like, screw this, I'm going to bed. Can you imagine? Well, actually, that technically could be seen as a thing, really, isn't it? When the wrestlers just kind of lie down in place and just kind of like, usually if it's a multi-man match, to be fair, or woman match, they'll just kind of like more or less be sleeping by the apron or something like that. It's like, yeah, you guys do all the fighting. I'm just trying to catch my breath a bit here, okay? I mean, we don't need to always be fighting the whole time. It's kind of exhausting, man. Majungasaurus go into the fence. Majungasaurus make another screwy finish. Phasing through the fence. I don't know which craft is this.
Ladies and gentlemen, our weather forecast has been updated. Storm warning level has been raised.
Wow. You'll be hearing that a lot. Well, not a lot, but I think for all the other two matches, a storm warning comes in, because essentially what I did was I like loaded the game each time so that it's like as if none of the battles happened each time. I'd load the game and start the next match. So it was constantly given the storm warning because that's where it's saved, more or less. So it's kind of fitting. Also, you may be wondering, why did I pick Isla Pena of all islands for this kind of pay-per-view? And well, it's because it's the smallest island, and it's kind of like Alcatraz in a way. It's really secluded and small, and there's no way out. It's just like the pay-per-view, you know, no way out. That's kind of why I picked the island. It's like, screw it, I'll play through challenge mode, build a little ring at the bottom of the island and all that, and they're fighting against Ceratosaurus. Whoa, hell of a fight. Ceratosaurus might win this. And this right here is a mid-card rivalry for the ages. Oh, but Majungasaurus fights back. He's gonna back down. Ceratosaurus once again backing down. Majungasaurus is like, you pussy. I knew you couldn't. Get the shit done when it counts.
Ladies and gentlemen, the weather conditions.
But again, the match isn't over. They're quite equally matched, which is the downside, really, because I look at Majungasaurus, I look at Ceratosaurus, I look at Majungasaurus, I look at Ceratosaurus, and think, realistically, if these two were to battle, they'd possibly be evenly matched. They're similar size. But they, again, much like in the Royal Rumble where you had Sauropelta versus Giganotosaurus, I think battles like that wouldn't have happened. Or maybe it was Spinosaurus, actually. Battles like that wouldn't happen. They weren't in the same time period or the, you know, same continent, you know? Oh, low health though. Ceratosaurus and Majungasaurus low on health. Which means they're slowly dying, essentially. Plus, I didn't put any food or water in. You'll notice me correct that mistake in the later matches because I was like, okay, this is kind of gonna make this a pain in the ass otherwise.
Adding to the list.
So, any second. Yep. Another non-finish. How about that, viewers? It's very WWE-esque now, isn't it? So that match ended in a no contest because neither dinosaur could really take the other dinosaur down. I mean, you could technically see as Majungasaurus won the match. Kind of like a KO kind of thing. Knocked Ceratosaurus out. Ceratosaurus can no longer compete in the match because he's dying. But Majungasaurus is in a similar state, so I don't think anyone really won that match, to be honest. So yeah, that's a no contest. So next will be the longest match on the card, surprisingly, is the cage match. It's a fatal four-way cage match for the cage title. I don't know what else to call it, really. And here's an interview with one of their contestants in the match, Nasutoceratops, which was, I think, the only added in dinosaur in the whole game, like outside of in the main game, that was free. So that's kind of neat. So I put Nasutoceratops in the match. But anyways, I have no idea what I'll have Nasutoceratops say, but go to that and then we will start the match. So we will be back after that. Nasutoceratops, what are your thoughts on your upcoming match? I'm kind of new around here, so woo, yeah, I'll win, yeah. I'm not used to this yet, but yeah, I'll win, definitely, yeah. I think, whatever, I'll win that match. Later. And we're back. You know those two trees right there, they really screwed this up, you know. This match really got screwed over by those trees. You'll see what I mean as it goes on. But here we have Struthiomimus coming in. You can see what my idea was here. Look at that. It increases force, so he's not even going to be annoyed. And as you can see right there, you just saw that red, right? I tried to make them all equal in comfort level so that when their comfort decreases, they'll all have an equal chance of breaking out. But I screwed up with Struthiomimus, and you'll later see with one of the other dinosaurs too. Which kind of sucks, and it's just because I put those two trees there. I wanted those kind of decorations, you know, kind of like a thematic entranceway, you know? But alas, they kind of screw things up in this match. Well, here comes contestant number 2. Camarasaurus.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are pleased to welcome a Camarasaurus to the party.
Yeah, you can see right away from all this that the idea for this kind of match title thing is so that any dinosaur gets a chance, potentially, of winning. Here comes the free dinosaur that came in an update. That was in that Battle at Big Rock thing a while ago. It is like a bull, isn't it?
Ladies and gentlemen, we are pleased to welcome a Nasutoceratops to the party.
And the Ceratosaurus weighing in at 1.5 tons, I think it said there. But you know, all herbivores in the match wouldn't be as interesting, so you gotta bring in a carnivore. So why not Carnotaurus? We need a mid-card, mid-size carnivore in this, you know.
This carnivore, the Carnotaurus, was first discovered in Argentina. The name means meat-eating bull. As if a regular bull wasn't bad enough.
Uh-oh. Struthiomimus, look out! Oh, Struthiomimus didn't know what hit it. But yeah, you saw Carnotaurus there. Carnotaurus is surprisingly fine with this environment. It's like the two trees had just enough forest for him, and the size of the enclosure gives him enough grassland. That's ridiculous. How the hell that happened, I don't know. And it takes me forever to correct it in this match. You'll see it when we get to that. So that kind of screwed things up a bit, you know, for this whole cage match thing. But, you know, unlike some cage matches where pinfalls and all that work and all that, or anything like that, Doesn't count in these matches. The goal is to escape the enclosure, not to take out the other contestants. I mean, they can do that all they want, but it won't win them the match until they get outside the enclosure. So we're down to 3 contestants. Struthiomimus didn't stand a chance. There was like maybe 1% chance that Struthiomimus could win one of these matches, but it's quite unlikely, especially considering how long it would take. Even if Struthiomimus didn't get killed, it would take forever for the comfort level to decrease enough for Struthiomimus to actually try to break out. So right now, because Carnotaurus is perfectly content with this, he's got no desire to break out, so I kind of screwed that up. It's like Carnotaurus is like, you screwed me over! Don't worry, I do kind of correct it later on in the match. But Nasutoceratops has social requirements, and so does Camarasaurus, as well as, you know, a large forest for Camarasaurus. So they're not happy with the enclosure, so they've got a chance of breaking out. Carnotaurus, on the other hand, is like, well, shit, all those humans out there, they look so appetizing. But I'm a good boy, I'm not gonna break out here because this place is perfectly fine for me. Well, there could be some water, I guess. Seriously, I don't really know what else to say to it. I really should have, like, the second I saw Carnotaurus and Struthiomimus were perfectly content with that, I should have at the very least got rid of the 2 trees. But no, it takes me forever to freaking go, you know what, yeah, let's get rid of the 2 trees. Not only that, but because the match goes on so long, they're obviously inevitably going to get thirsty and shit as well, and there's no water. Because, I mean, look at that. I forget what the rock type is right there on the ground. Shale, I think it was called, right? You can only get it on East Lapena currently, so that was one of the other reasons why I wanted to use this island, because it makes it look a lot more like a ring, sort of. I mean, a wrestling ring looks nothing like that, but it looks more legit than if it was just grass, dirt, or, you know, sand, or mountain even. It kind of just, it suits it. It feels like an actual arena of sorts. Carnotaurus sleeping on the job. Ceratosaurus is like, well, I could try breaking out, but do I care enough to do so? I've got these bull horns. The Camarasaurus is slow, very slow. Why are the people screaming? Are they screaming in terror, or are they screaming in excitement at this incredibly, what's the word I'm looking for? I don't know, but it's an incredible match nonetheless, isn't it? 5 stars, clearly. You know, wait, like, oh wait, isn't the Ceratosaurus thing? Oh, the Ceratosaurus going for it! Maybe that's why the fans are scared. They're like, oh my god, they're finally trying to break out again! You paid for this VIP experience. Ceratosaurus not able to get through just yet. He's just like, I'll try again later, I don't know. Oh, Carnotaurus. It's like, come over here. You're the newbie in town, aren't you? You're not even as strong as Triceratops. Triceratops should be more powerful, but the game kind of underpowered Triceratops, and you're even weaker than that, so what chance do you have against me? Come on, the Ceratosaurus. Yeah, that didn't go well for the Ceratosaurus at all. I don't think I gave them a hit. Yeah, actually, I remember. I didn't give them a... Oh, Camarasaurus is going for it over there. I didn't, like, give them any boosts in stats. The only thing I changed was... I'm not sure if I even changed the skins either. I think I kept the default ones. The only thing I recall changing was the comfort genes to kind of make it so that they're as equal as possible in comfort levels so that they will break out. Oh, there you see me doing it right there. I'm like, ah, shit. They're all gonna get thirsty now, so just put some water there, you know? But it seems I still haven't realized at this point that I should probably get rid of those two trees. Poor Nasutoceratops, though. Didn't stand a chance in that battle there. Carnivores in this game are overpowered. It is a very slow match. Even slower now because all we got is Camarasaurus and Carnotaurus. I mean, Carnotaurus is pretty quick, but again, no desire to break out, while Camarasaurus is like, fuck this shit, I want out of here. Oh yeah, I remember what I was gonna say now. It's like I was thinking, like I pay attention to quite a bit of wrestling stuff nowadays, but without actually really watching it, really, for the most part. And like in wrestling, there's like this wrestling journalist, Dave Meltzer, if you've heard of him. Basically, like, it's kind of a joke kind of thing, just like, I would be rated 5 stars if he was in the Tokyo Dome, because he tends to have a habit of giving 5-star matches, you know, in New Japan Wrestling a lot compared to other promotions. But anyways, I'm just thinking, imagine a dinosaur equivalent of that. Just like, yeah, this match would be 5-star if it was on Isla Sorna or Nublar, but it's Isla Pena, so it does just 3 stars at most. Honestly, from a match perspective, oh, there, finally get around to getting rid of the trees. But you know, from a match perspective, these matches are kind of weak. Like, the first match ended in a DQ. I would probably rate that like maybe 1.5 stars, maybe, possibly. Second match, about the same, really. This match, probably just 1 star if the pacing is terrible. We still got the main event though, so we still got something to look forward to. Something will save it, surely. But now Carnotaurus should also have the slow desire to break out, but because it took me so long to react, it's going to take a while for Carnotaurus to really be like, okay, screw this environment, I'm out of here. Can Carnotaurus get to that before Camarasaurus slowly begins to break out? Because Camarasaurus is very slow. I'm also surprised how sturdy these fences are as well. I mean, they're not even electrified, and yet they're having quite a bit of trouble getting out. Or maybe it's because they're herbivores, maybe. But I've seen herbivores break out pretty often as well. Those damn freaking hadrosaurs, you know? Myosaurus and shit. And like the dinosaurs like Pentaceratops and all that, they always break out on me. But actually, Camarasaurus is definitely one that's done that in the past when I played the game, like in the main campaign. Definitely was a dinosaur that broke out a few times. Oh! Carnotaurus! Carnotaurus! Carnotaurus in the background. Oh! The cage is broken! The cage is broken! Can Carnotaurus escape before Camarasaurus? This Camarasaurus, let's not forget, is quite slow. Camarasaurus wins the match and the cage championship or whatever. Congratulations, Camarasaurus, you only won because it took me forever to freaking get around to, you know, making it so that Carnotaurus could potentially, you know, get pissy and try to escape as well. But yeah, that was that. Slow build right there, wasn't it? And the slowest dinosaur in the match wins the race, I guess. Wins the match and the cage championship. But now we're on to the main events, which is a triple threat #1 contenders match for Spinosaurus' title, potentially at Dino Mania. You know, if I can be asked to ever make that. But that's essentially what it'll be, a triple threat match. And it's a word from the main dinosaur that's kind of like, basically Suchomimus is in the match. Well, actually, I'll just say what the match is before we even get to it. Spoilers, but whatever. It's going to be a triple threat match for the #1 contender of the championship, and it will involve Suchomimus versus Torosaurus versus Giganotosaurus. Giganotosaurus, because Giganotosaurus nearly won the Rumble itself, did a really good job, so deserves a #1 contender kind of opportunity. Suchomimus, because Suchomimus is like, you screwed me over, but that son of a bitch Torosaurus, which Torosaurus comes into this, because Torosaurus also put up a decent fight against Giganotosaurus in the Royal Rumble, surprisingly. So that's also an addition. But Suchomimus was supposed to be in Torosaurus' place in the Rumble, so kind of like, that's how they fit into this matchup. And Suchomimus is basically kind of turned a bit into kind of entitled kind of heel character in all of this. It's like, damn it, I should be the one winning. Me! That title is mine, damn it! So anyways, speaking of Suchomimus, word from Suchomimus and blah, and then we'll move on to the main event. So, we'll be right back after that. Suchomimus, what are your thoughts on the #1 contendership match you'll be in tonight? What are my thoughts? Well, I get to reclaim something that was rightfully mine. That championship would have been mine if not for Torosaurus. As for Giganotosaurus, I don't care how big you are, how big you think you are. I don't care if you're twice my size, 3 times my size. Because I will take you down, and I will make you hurt. And I will get that championship, so you better watch out, Spinosaurus. Because when I win this match, I'm coming for you. That's all I gotta say there. Now get out of here. And welcome to the main event of the evening. Entering in first, we have Torosaurus, who really did put up a decent showing against Giganotosaurus in the Rumble. I mean, I don't think Torosaurus could really take down Giganotosaurus, but he put up a decent fight.
We are pleased to welcome Torosaurus to the party.
So Torosaurus gets a shot at this #1 thing. If Torosaurus, I mean, this is like non-elimination match. Whichever dinosaur defeats any other dinosaur in the match will be the winner. Here comes old Suchomimus. I couldn't remember what skin I'd used in the Rumble that he didn't appear in. Whatever, it doesn't matter. Suchomimus has beef with
This is the
Torosaurus.
crocodile mimic, or Suchomimus, a large meat eater. Everything about this dinosaur says keep your distance.
You could tell what dinosaurs I hadn't read on this island, on this playthrough here until now, from the fact that he announces them. Here comes the big one, Giganotosaurus. Unfortunately, I'm focusing on this, right? But you can just see and hear in the background the Torosaurus and Suchomimus already. I mean, if Torosaurus or Suchomimus can take out one another, they don't even need to worry about Giganotosaurus to win.
There are evolutionary advantages to size, and this Giganotosaurus pushes the limits. You have your hands full with this one.
Indeed. Look what he does, though. Gets out, I'm gonna take a kip.
Ladies and gentlemen, in response to the adverse weather...
Man, Suchomimus, though, Torosaurus kind of got the better of Suchomimus in that fight there. I forget what I did with the stats. I tried to make them kind of realistic. It's like Giganotosaurus there is like, you know, a really large carnivore, so I'd obviously give better stats to Giganotosaurus, you know, because it's bigger, tougher. So realistically, Suchomimus and Torosaurus probably don't stand as much a chance if they pick a fight with him. But if they pick a fight with each other, they might potentially, one of them could win this match. Oh, Giganotosaurus has already tied this enclosure. You can definitely tell as well that I reloaded each time for matches, because you can see the trees about. Look at Giganotosaurus going for it. Is it Giganotosaurus or Giganotosaurus? I mean, because Jeff Goldblum there said Giganotosaurus, but I've heard Giganotosaurus as well. Well, this match doesn't have countouts because it's a triple threat, so it's just like, yeah, protect the guests and all. Look at this shit. Oh, bowling. Oh, it's a double kill. Suchomimus in the background and Giganotosaurus.
You must protect the guests.
Yeah, why do you think I opened the shelter for, you idiots? I mean, Giganotosaurus was not having any of that. He was out there the first second he got a chance. Torosaurus is just like, should I stay or should I go? I did, like, on the fly, I was kind of like, okay, this can be a falls count anywhere match. But let me just tell you right away, they were more interested in taking down the guests than each other when they're outside, so eventually I kind of had to try to lure them back in. Any second now I'm going to be doing that, if I recall. Any second now. Yeah, there we go. Okay, guys, here's your food, your din-dins. Come on back in here. And then it's like, okay, yeah, that's not all that we have to offer. We also have some water. And then I was like, okay, I'm going to need something else. So I literally, yes, I got the gate there, you know, and just like tried to lure them back in. Suchomimus is still not doing so great. I don't know if it's recovering slowly or if... I don't think he... Did you see all those guests that were laid out there? I mean, damn. Path of destruction. Yeah, it doesn't look like Suchomimus faced Giganotosaurus there, otherwise Giganotosaurus would have at least been quite a bit injured. Torosaurus is kind of like, after that initial fight with Suchomimus, is kind of just chilling. I mean, they're all kind of chilling, really, aren't they? He's like more interested in taking out the guests. Oh, Torosaurus, of course, who's behaving rather well. Oh, could we see a rematch? No. Torosaurus wants out of this. Giganotosaurus, Torosaurus rematch? Nope. Torosaurus runs away. Oh, now we're talking. I don't know if this is wise. Suchomimus is not even at full health. Suchomimus very cocky in this fight. I love the way Giganotosaurus kind of measures up. Oh, now this is a true underdog fight. Oh, Suchomimus took a heavy bite there. Suchomimus taking a moderate bite there. Of course, I went in capture mode for this because I knew this was going to be it. The showdown of the ages. Who will be the #1 contender to face Spinosaurus? Oh, and a large bite. Suchomimus still in this. Oh, but Giganotosaurus. I had it to Suchomimus there. I mean, to survive another bite from Giganotosaurus was insane. So you gotta give him to that. He put up an effort at the very least. Oh, and it's awkward animation because of the head shape just doesn't fit the animation well. Giganotosaurus going in. Oh, Suchomimus. Last hope. No. I'll win you. Suchomimus defeated by Giganotosaurus. And there you have your winner, ladies and gentlemen. Giganotosaurus, the new #1 contender to take on Spinosaurus for the title. A Dino Mania if I can be asked to make it at some points. I've got ideas for it, but that's about it at the moment, you know. So that was No Dino Out. I hope you enjoyed it. It was random. And, yeah. That match was probably about 2 stars. Maybe 2.5 stars. There was quite a bit of action going on. There was like a lot of brawling in the crowd. Mostly with the crowd than each other, to be fair. But still, you know, it was a better match than the other matches on the card that were either slow or ended in no contests. Or just DQ, you know. So, the main event, at least, delivered to some extent, I guess. So, yeah. Hope you enjoyed it. That is all. Peace out.